Everything changed the moment I realized one simple truth. Your actions define you more than your words ever will. Think about it. What if the way you live your life right now is shaping how others see you, how they trust you, and even how they remember you? Leading with integrity isn't just about being a good person. It's about building real trust, making an impact, and creating a life that actually means something. Have you ever wondered why some people inspire others effortlessly, while others struggle to gain respect? It all comes down to how they lead, how they stay true to their values, even when no one is watching. This is where everything shifts. If you're ready to become someone others look up to, not because of what you say, but because of what you do, stay with me. This could be the mindset shift that changes everything for you. Number 1, take responsibility for your life and own your actions. You have the power. Right now, in this very moment, you have everything you need to take control of your life. But here's the thing. It all starts with one powerful, unshakable truth. You have to take responsibility for your life, own your actions, your choices, your decisions. No one else can do this for you. The world doesn't owe you anything. And life is not about waiting for things to happen. It's about creating the reality you want by taking full ownership of every step you take. Responsibility is the key to freedom. When you choose to take responsibility, you empower yourself. You stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or past mistakes. You start realizing that you control your life, not anyone else. The sooner you take responsibility, the sooner you can begin to create the life you truly desire. This is where the real transformation begins. Many people spend their lives in a state of denial. They blame their upbringing, their circumstances, the people around them, or their lack of opportunities. But here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. You are the one who has to rise up, take charge, and make the decisions that will shape your future. The life you want isn't going to fall into your lap. You've got to grab it with both hands and take full responsibility for making it happen. So let me be real with you for a second. If you want to change your life, if you want to get ahead, if you want to find success, you have to stop being a victim. Stop telling yourself stories about how life is unfair, how you can't catch a break, or how you don't have the skills or resources to get where you want to go. The truth is, you have everything you need right now to start making progress. It starts with owning your decisions. Think about the times in your life when things didn't go the way you wanted. It's easy to say, "It wasn't my fault," or "I couldn't control it." But let's be honest. Sometimes we make choices that lead us down a path we didn't expect. Maybe we chose to procrastinate. Maybe we didn't put in enough effort. Or maybe we didn't speak up when we should have. Every single one of those moments was a choice. And by accepting responsibility for those choices, we can learn, grow, and make better decisions next time. Taking responsibility isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest with yourself and saying, "I own this. I made this choice. And now I'm going to do something about it." The power of responsibility lies in the freedom it gives you. When you stop blaming the world for your problems, you stop feeling helpless. Instead, you feel empowered. You realize that you are the one in the driver's seat, and it's up to you where this journey takes you. This isn't just some motivational speech. This is the truth. The moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment you start taking control of your destiny. Think about it. When you stop waiting for someone else to change things for you, when you stop relying on circumstances to change, you begin to understand how much power you actually have. You've been giving that power away without even realizing it. But no more. You are the one who gets to decide how your story unfolds from here on out. Taking responsibility also means owning your mistakes. It's easy to pretend they didn't happen, to blame someone else or to make excuses. But the moment you own your mistakes, you free yourself from the chains of regret and guilt. You learn from those mistakes. You grow from them, and you come back stronger. Every setback is an opportunity to grow if you choose to take responsibility for it. Every failure is a lesson, but you can only learn from them when you take ownership. Another crucial part of taking responsibility is acknowledging that success and happiness don't just happen by chance. They are the results of decisions and actions. If you're not where you want to be, it's because of the choices you've made. And that's okay. But the important thing is that you can make new choices starting today. Right now, you have the power to decide to change. You have the ability to shift your mindset, to shift your actions, and to shift your direction. Here's the thing. Nobody is coming to rescue you. No one is going to do the work for you. You've got to be willing to do the heavy lifting yourself. This is where most people get stuck. They want things to be easy. They want success to just happen. But life doesn't work that way. Success takes hard work, persistence, and most importantly, taking full responsibility for everything that happens along the way. No one is going to hand you a perfect life on a silver platter. That's the cold, hard truth. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to be willing to get up, face challenges, and take full responsibility for everything that happens. The mistakes, the wins, the failures, the successes, own them all. Every part of your journey belongs to you. When you do this, you start to realize that your future is in your hands. And don't think for 1 second that taking responsibility means you won't face challenges. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Taking responsibility means you're going to face challenges head on, knowing that you have the ability to overcome them. Life isn't about avoiding struggle. It's about learning how to face it, grow through it, and use it to become a stronger version of yourself. So take a moment right now. Look at your life. Do you like where you're at? If not, what are you going to do about it? The change you're seeking begins with taking responsibility. You are the one who controls your path. And once you realize that, everything changes. It's time to take ownership of your life, your actions, your choices. It's time to stop making excuses, stop blaming others, and start creating the life you want. Remember, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. When you start taking full responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, your decisions, you open up the door to unlimited potential. This is the key to everything you want in life. Take responsibility and watch how your life starts to transform. You are in control. Take that power back today. Number 2. Push through fear and discomfort to grow every day. You have the ability to break through every barrier in your life, but it all begins with one simple truth. Growth happens when you push through fear and discomfort. You've felt it, haven't you? That nagging fear, the hesitation, the voice telling you to stop, to play it safe, to avoid the discomfort. But here's the thing. If you want to grow, you need to embrace that fear. Push through it and keep moving forward no matter how uncomfortable it feels. It's the only way you're going to see change. The path to growth is never going to feel easy. If it did, it wouldn't be worth it. Anything that challenges you, anything that forces you to step out of your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. That's where real transformation begins. And yet so many people turn away from fear, hide from it, or try to avoid the discomfort. They live their lives on autopilot, not realizing that they're stuck in a cycle that's preventing them from reaching their full potential. But you're different. You understand that in order to grow, you have to embrace the challenges, face the fear head on, and step into the discomfort without hesitation. Think about the last time you experienced fear. Maybe it was before a big decision, a challenge, or an opportunity that made you nervous. How did you respond? Did you retreat? Did you shrink back? Or did you step forward, even though it felt uncomfortable, even though you were unsure of the outcome? That's the difference between those who stay stuck and those who break through to a new level of success. It's not about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite the fear. Fear isn't the enemy. Fear is a signal. It's telling you that you're about to do something significant, that you're stepping into unknown territory. That fear is what keeps you on the edge of your growth, but it's also what will propel you forward if you're willing to face it. The discomfort you feel when you push beyond your limits, when you challenge yourself, that's what makes you stronger. It's that discomfort that builds resilience, character, and the skills you need to succeed in life. Every time you push through fear, you build confidence. Every time you step into discomfort, you create momentum. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you're taking action. You're not letting fear paralyze you. You're using it as fuel to move forward, and that's how you grow. You start small, you start where you are, and you take that first step, no matter how much it scares you. Because once you take that first step, you realize that fear wasn't as big as it seemed, and the discomfort wasn't as painful as you imagined. Every single day is an opportunity to grow. But that growth doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone. It doesn't come from avoiding fear or discomfort. It comes from facing it head on and choosing to keep going, even when you don't feel ready, even when it seems too hard. Growth is all about showing up, doing the work, and pushing through the challenges. It's about embracing the discomfort as part of the process, knowing that on the other side is something better, something greater than you can imagine. Think about the people you admire, the ones you look up to. Do you think they reached their level of success without facing fear? Do you think they avoided discomfort? No, they've been where you are. They felt that same fear, that same resistance, but they didn't let it stop them. They kept going. They kept moving forward, even when it was tough, even when it was uncomfortable. And that's why they are where they are today. If they can do it, so can you. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to take action, despite fear and discomfort. It's not that they don't feel fear, it's that they don't let it control them. They use it as a stepping stone, not a wall. They keep pushing, they keep growing, and they keep getting better, day by day. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You need to learn how to act, even when you're not sure of the outcome, even when it feels risky. When you start pushing through fear, something incredible happens. You start to discover your own strength. You realize that you are capable of far more than you ever thought possible. Every time you push past your limits, you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. You build confidence, you build resilience, and you start to trust yourself more. And that trust in yourself is what will carry you through the toughest challenges. Because once you realize that you can face fear and discomfort and still move forward, you realize that there's nothing you can't handle. But the key is consistency. Growth doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens one step at a time. Every single day you have the opportunity to push through fear, to step into discomfort, to challenge yourself. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The more you push yourself, the more your confidence grows. And one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how many fears you've conquered along the way. So don't shy away from fear. Don't run from discomfort. Embrace it. See it for what it is, an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. Every time you face fear and discomfort, you get one step closer to your goals. You become stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your abilities. And that's how you create lasting success. You push through fear, you embrace discomfort, and you grow every single day. The growth you're seeking is on the other side of your fear. It's on the other side of that discomfort. So take that step today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Take action now, and watch how you begin to grow. The more you push through, the more you'll see how limitless you truly are. Keep going, keep growing, and know that every step you take brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. This is your time. Push through fear, embrace the discomfort, and grow every single day. Number 3, commit to continuous learning and improve every aspect. Your future is shaped by the choices you make today, and one of the most powerful choices you can make is to commit to continuous learning. Every single day offers you a chance to improve, a chance to become a better version of yourself, and the only thing standing in the way of that growth is whether or not you're willing to invest in yourself and your learning. Life is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. There is no plateau, no point where you can just coast. There's only forward momentum or stagnation. And if you're serious about achieving your goals, about living your best life, you must commit to learning, growing, and improving in every way possible. Think about it. Every successful person, every person who has ever made an impact in the world didn't stop learning when they hit a certain point. They didn't say, "I've learned enough." No, they understood that the more they learned, the more they could accomplish, and the more they could contribute to the world. They understood that growth never stops. It's a constant journey, and the moment you stop learning is the moment you start losing. Whether it's learning a new skill, reading a book, or learning from your mistakes, there's always something more you can learn. And that's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. So why is it so important to commit to continuous learning? Because when you're not learning, you're not growing. When you're not growing, you're not improving. And if you're not improving, you're staying stuck. You're staying in the same place, doing the same things, getting the same results. If you want to change, if you want to level up, if you want to get closer to your dreams, you need to commit to the process of constant growth, Growth happens when you push yourself to be better than you were yesterday. Growth happens when you decide that no matter how much you know, there's always room to learn more. Look at the world around you, everything is changing. The job market is changing. Technology is advancing, new ideas are emerging every day. If you're not keeping up, you're getting left behind. But if you commit to learning, you are positioning yourself ahead of the curve. The world is full of new opportunities, and the only way to seize them is by constantly improving yourself. You can't afford to be complacent. You can't afford to think that what you know today is enough for tomorrow. You have to be proactive. You have to take charge of your own learning. No one is going to force you to grow. No one is going to make sure you improve. It's up to you. Think about your own life for a moment. Have you been learning? Have you been growing? If you're being honest with yourself, maybe the answer is no. Maybe you've been too comfortable. Maybe you've been stuck in your routine, thinking that everything is fine the way it is. But here's the harsh truth. Fine is never enough. Fine is just another word for stagnation. If you're not improving, you're falling behind. If you're not growing, you're decaying. Every day there are people out there getting better, improving their skills, expanding their knowledge, and learning from their failures. And those people are getting ahead of you. They're getting closer to their goals, achieving the things you want to achieve, because they know something you might not be fully aware of yet. Continuous learning is the key to success. The best part is that learning doesn't always mean going to a classroom or getting a degree. Learning is about growing every day, in any way you can. Whether it's picking up a book on a subject you know nothing about, watching a video that challenges your thinking, or seeking out feedback from someone you respect. The process of learning is endless. It's about embracing the fact that you don't know everything. And that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. The world is full of information, and it's all at your fingertips. You have no excuse not to learn. There's no reason why you can't take the time each day to invest in yourself. Whether it's through podcasts, books, online courses, or conversations with people who are where you want to be. The tools are there. The resources are there. All that's left is for you to take action. And don't make the mistake of thinking that learning only applies to professional skills. It's not just about improving your job prospects or earning more money. Learning is about improving yourself as a whole. Learning about emotional intelligence, improving your health, becoming a better communicator, mastering your habits, understanding your mindset. These are all forms of learning, and they all play a crucial role in shaping the person you become. If you're only focused on one aspect of your life, like career advancement, you're missing the bigger picture. Real success comes from a holistic approach. You can't neglect your health, your relationships, or your mindset if you want to live a fulfilling, balanced life. Every aspect of your life deserves attention, and by committing to continuous learning in every area, you're setting yourself up for a rich, rewarding life. Don't be afraid of learning something new. Don't let your ego tell you that you're too old, too experienced, or too smart to learn. That's just your fear talking. The best learners are the ones who are humble enough to admit that they don't know everything, that they can always improve. When you stay open to new ideas, when you stay curious and hungry for knowledge, you give yourself the ability to adapt to anything that comes your way. You become more resilient. You become more capable. And most importantly, you become someone who is always moving forward, always improving, and always getting closer to the life you want to live. At the end of the day, the most important investment you'll ever make is the one you make in yourself. No one can take away your knowledge. No one can take away your skills. They are yours for life, and the more you accumulate, the more you will achieve. Commit to learning, commit to growth, and commit to improving every day. It's a lifelong journey, but it's one worth taking. Because the more you invest in yourself, the more you'll be able to contribute to the world. You'll be able to show up as the best version of yourself, and make the kind of impact you've always dreamed of. If you want to succeed, you must commit to the process of continuous learning. Every day offers you a new opportunity to grow, to become better, and to get closer to your dreams. The world doesn't wait for anyone. It's up to you to take charge of your own growth, to seek out new knowledge, and to improve every aspect of your life. When you do this, you unlock your true potential and set yourself on the path to success. And that's the kind of life that's worth living. Number 4. Break free from negativity and surround yourself with positivity. You have the power to completely change your life. But the key to that transformation is one simple choice. Break free from negativity and surround yourself with positivity. This isn't just about feeling good in the moment or trying to escape the challenges of life. It's about changing the environment around you, creating a space where you can thrive, where your mind is filled with empowering thoughts, and where you're constantly fueled by inspiration, motivation, and the drive to be better. When you do this, you'll unlock a whole new level of growth and success that you never thought was possible. You see, life is too short to be constantly surrounded by negativity. We all know how powerful negativity can be. It can drain you, weigh you down, and cloud your vision. It makes everything seem harder than it really is. It can convince you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, and that success is out of reach. But here's the truth. Negativity is a choice. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you allow, and the moment you realize that, you gain the power to change it. When you're stuck in a negative environment, everything becomes harder. Your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and anxiety. You begin to question your abilities, question your worth, and start to believe the stories that negativity tells you. But the moment you choose to break free from that cycle, you take control. You choose to feed your mind with thoughts that empower you, thoughts that inspire you, thoughts that push you to become the best version of yourself. Surrounding yourself with positivity isn't just about avoiding the negative, it's about actively filling your life with the things that will push you forward. Think about it for a second. When you're around negative people, how do you feel? Drained, tired, unmotivated? It's no surprise. Negative energy is contagious, and before you know it, you start absorbing that energy. You start seeing the world through the same pessimistic lens, and it's hard to find motivation or passion when all you hear is what's wrong with everything. But when you surround yourself with positive, uplifting people, something incredible happens. Their energy lifts you up. Their optimism inspires you. You begin to believe that anything is possible, and that's when the magic happens. That's when the doors to your potential open wide, and you realize that you're capable of more than you ever thought. Breaking free from negativity isn't easy, and it requires some work on your part. It requires courage, awareness, and sometimes tough decisions. It means letting go of relationships or situations that no longer serve you, even if they've been part of your life for a long time. It's about recognizing that some people, some habits, and some environments aren't helping you grow, they're holding you back. And while it's never easy to walk away from what's familiar, it's the only way to create the space for new, positive influences to enter your life. You might have people in your life right now who are constantly bringing you down, constantly feeding you negativity, telling you what you can't do, or focusing only on what's wrong. You might be feeling like you're stuck in a cycle of endless criticism and doubt, but here's the hard truth. You don't have to keep those people in your life. You don't have to tolerate negativity just because it's familiar. You have the power to decide who you spend your time with, and you have the power to choose the voices that influence you. If you want to be successful, if you want to reach your goals, you need to make a conscious decision to surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in you, and who inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Seek out those who will support you when things get tough, those who will encourage you to keep going even when you feel like giving up. You need people who will remind you of your worth, of your potential, and of your ability to overcome any challenge that comes your way. But it's not just about the people you surround yourself with, it's about the information you consume, the media you expose yourself to, and the habits you develop. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the content you watch, all of these things shape your mindset. They influence the way you think and the way you see the world. So if you want to break free from negativity, start by changing what you consume. Choose books that inspire you, choose podcasts that challenge you, choose videos and content that motivate you to be better, and choose to expose yourself to things that lift you up rather than drag you down. But don't just rely on others to provide positivity for you. Learn how to create positivity within yourself. It's not enough to just be around positive people or consume uplifting content. You have to learn how to cultivate that positivity inside yourself. This means practicing gratitude every single day, focusing on the good things in your life, and training your mind to see opportunities rather than obstacles. When you train your brain to think positively, when you make it a habit to focus on the good, it becomes a natural part of who you are. Another powerful tool in breaking free from negativity is learning how to set boundaries. This means knowing when to say no to things, people, or situations that drain you or hold you back. It's okay to protect your energy, to guard your peace. You don't have to engage with negativity just because it's present. You don't have to allow toxic people or situations to take up space in your life. By setting clear boundaries, you're creating an environment where positivity can flourish. You're telling the world that you're serious about your growth, and you're not willing to let anything or anyone stand in your way. Here's the thing. Breaking free from negativity is a choice, and it's one you can make right now. You don't have to wait for a better time, a better circumstance, or a better situation. You can choose today to let go of what no longer serves you and start surrounding yourself with positivity. It won't happen overnight, but with every positive choice you make, you'll start to see changes. Your mindset will shift, your energy will change, and the way you approach life will be completely different. You're in control of your environment, your thoughts, and your energy. If you want to live a life filled with growth, success, and happiness, it all starts with breaking free from negativity. It starts with choosing to surround yourself with positivity in every area of your life. And when you make that choice, when you begin to fill your life with the right people, the right information, and the right mindset, that's when your transformation begins. It's time to break free from the negativity that's holding you back and start living the life you deserve. You have the power to choose positivity, and when you do, everything changes. Number 5. Set clear goals and take bold action to achieve them. If you want to change your life, you have to start by setting clear goals and taking bold action to achieve them. It's that simple, but it's not always easy. Most people have dreams, and they talk about what they want to do, but very few people actually take the steps to make those dreams a reality. You need to understand something very important. Dreams are great, but without goals, they remain just that, dreams. And that's where most people get stuck. They want the success, the fulfillment, the achievement, but they fail to do the one thing that sets successful people apart from everyone else. They fail to take bold action toward their goals. The truth is, goals give you direction. Without clear goals, you're walking through life without a map, and you're bound to get lost. You might wander for years, working hard, staying busy, but still not getting closer to the things you want. And then one day you wonder where the time went. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is that the achievers set goals. They make a plan, they have something to aim for, and they're intentional about taking the necessary actions to get there. You see, goals aren't just about having something to look forward to. They are the blueprint for your success. Without them, you're just floating through life, hoping things will happen. But you can't just hope for success. You have to be bold enough to make it happen. When you set clear goals, you're creating a roadmap for your future. These goals give you a reason to wake up every morning with purpose, with a plan, and with a sense of direction. But here's the secret that most people don't realize. Goals aren't just about setting them. It's about taking massive, bold action to make them a reality. You can write down all the goals you want. You can visualize them. You can tell everyone around you about them. But unless you take bold action, those goals will remain nothing more than wishes. And that's the hardest part. You can't just talk about it. You have to act. The people who succeed are the ones who are willing to take risks, to push themselves beyond their comfort zones, and to take action even when they're scared or uncertain. Bold action doesn't mean perfect action, but it means consistent action. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that might scare you. It means making decisions that might feel risky or uncomfortable, but knowing that these are the very things that will get you closer to where you want to be. You can't wait for everything to be perfect, because that moment will never come. Success requires bold action, and it requires a willingness to take risks and face challenges head on. Every successful person has had to take bold steps toward their goals, often with no guarantee of success. And that's what separates the achievers from the dreamers. The willingness to take action despite the fear, despite the uncertainty, and despite the obstacles that stand in the way. But here's the thing. Bold action doesn't always look like massive leaps. Sometimes it's the small everyday actions that add up over time. It's the phone call you make, the email you send, the extra hour you put into your work, the uncomfortable conversation you have, the decision to keep going even when things get tough. Every single step you take, no matter how small, is getting you closer to your goal. And that's how success happens. Not in one giant leap, but in a series of small, bold actions that build momentum over time. Setting clear goals isn't just about writing them down or dreaming about them. It's about taking responsibility for your life and your future. It's about understanding that you are the one who controls your destiny. You are the one who has the power to make things happen. And once you realize that, once you take ownership of your goals and your actions, everything changes. When you set clear goals, you are making a statement to yourself and to the world that you are serious about your future. You are declaring that you are going to do whatever it takes to make your dreams come true, and you are willing to work for it every single day. But taking bold action isn't always going to be easy. You will face setbacks. You will encounter failure. You will feel frustrated at times. And there will be moments when you want to give up. But here's the truth. Failure is not the end. Failure is a part of the process. Every successful person has failed at some point. The difference is that they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as a stepping stone, a lesson that taught them what not to do, and they kept going. That's what makes success so powerful. It's not the absence of failure. It's the ability to keep going despite it. When you're setting goals, make sure they're clear and specific. Vague goals are easy to ignore. If you say, "I want to be successful," that's not enough. What does success look like to you? What are the specific steps you need to take to get there? You need to break your goals down into actionable steps that you can take every single day. And when you do this, when you know exactly what you need to do and how you're going to do it, you give yourself the best chance for success. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you're intentional about your actions, when you know exactly where you're going, and when you're willing to take bold steps to get there. Now let's talk about commitment. It's not enough to just set goals and take bold action for a little while. If you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, you need to be fully committed to your goals. Commitment means you're all in. It means you're willing to put in the work, even when it's tough. It means you're not going to quit when things get hard, or when the results aren't showing up as quickly as you'd like. Commitment is the glue that holds your dreams together. It's what keeps you going when everything else tells you to stop. You need to make a decision, right here and right now, that you are going to set clear goals and take bold action to achieve them. You need to commit to yourself and your future, and you need to take responsibility for your life. This is your journey, and it's up to you to make it happen. Set your goals, take bold action, and stay committed. No matter what, the road will be tough, but the rewards are worth it. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the action you're willing to take today. Number 6. Embrace failure as a powerful tool for success. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. If you want to achieve great things in life, you need to understand that failure is an inevitable part of the journey, and it's one of the most powerful tools you have in your arsenal. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who use failure to their advantage, to learn, to grow, and to ultimately reach their goals. This is the truth that separates those who make things happen from those who stay stuck. They don't shy away from failure. They welcome it. They understand that every time they fall, they get one step closer to success. So many people fear failure. They believe that it means the end of the road, that it's a reflection of their worth, and that it's something to be avoided at all costs. But I'm here to tell you, failure is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. It's only when you allow yourself to fail that you truly understand what it takes to succeed. Every great achievement in history has come with a trail of failures behind it. Every successful person, from business leaders to athletes, has failed numerous times on their way to the top, and that's because they understand something incredibly important. Failure is a stepping stone, not a roadblock. The faster you can learn this, the faster you can grow, and the closer you'll get to your dreams. When you fail, you gain knowledge. You learn what works and what doesn't. You learn what needs to be adjusted, what strategies need to change, and what habits need to be developed. Failure helps you find the weaknesses in your plan, the flaws in your thinking, and the areas where you need to improve. Instead of looking at failure as a setback, start seeing it as feedback. It's simply information that tells you what you need to do differently. Every failure teaches you something valuable, and that knowledge is power. It's the kind of power that propels you forward, that allows you to pivot and adjust, and that keeps you on track toward success. You'll never hear about the countless failures that happen behind closed doors. The moments when people stumbled, fell, and wanted to give up. What you'll see, however, is the outcome, the triumph. But behind every triumph is a story of failure, of hard lessons learned, and of a person who refused to give up. And here's the thing, you can't get to success without experiencing failure. If you never fail, it means you're not pushing yourself hard enough. It means you're staying in your comfort zone, avoiding risks, and playing it safe. And let me tell you, playing it safe will never get you the life you want. If you want to live a life of achievement, of success, of real impact, you have to be willing to take risks, to fail, and to use those failures as the fuel for your next move. It's so easy to get discouraged by failure. It's tempting to think that every failure is a sign that you're not good enough, or that you're not cut out for success. But if you want to achieve anything of significance in life, you need to flip that thinking on its head. Failure doesn't define you. What defines you is how you respond to it, how you rise after you fall, how you learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. It's not about being perfect. It's not about avoiding mistakes. It's about being relentless in your pursuit, about refusing to stay down after you fall, and about learning the lessons that each failure offers. Think about the most successful people in the world, people like Steve Jobs, Thomas Edison, or Oprah Winfrey. Do you think they got to where they are without failing? Of course not. They failed, often repeatedly, but they didn't let failure stop them. They embraced it. They used it as a catalyst for growth. Steve Jobs was fired from the very company he founded. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television early in her career. Yet all of these people kept going. They learned from their failures and used those lessons to create the incredible success that we know them for today. If they had let fear of failure hold them back, they would have never reached the level of greatness that they did. Now let's talk about the importance of failing fast. A lot of people fail, but they don't learn from it quickly enough. They dwell on their failures, beat themselves up, and get stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and negativity. The key to using failure as a powerful tool is learning to fail fast and move on. Don't sit around lamenting over your mistakes. Don't waste time wishing you hadn't failed. Instead, ask yourself what went wrong, what you can do better next time, and how you can adjust your approach. The faster you can learn from your failures, the faster you can move toward success. Every mistake, every setback, every failure is an opportunity to grow, but you have to be willing to take it. You have to be willing to see it for what it is, a lesson, not a loss. The more you fail, the more resilient you become. Resilience is one of the most important qualities you can develop on the road to success. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things aren't going your way, and to stay focused on your goals no matter how many times you fall. Each failure strengthens your resilience, and each time you rise after falling, you build more confidence in your ability to succeed. The more you fail, the less afraid you become of failure. It becomes just another part of the process, something that happens, but something that doesn't define you. And when you stop fearing failure, you free yourself to take bigger risks, to dream bigger, and to achieve more than you ever thought possible. So, if you're afraid of failure, it's time to shift your mindset. Stop seeing failure as the end of the road and start seeing it as the beginning of something greater. Failure is not a reflection of your abilities or your worth. It's a tool, one that when used properly, can catapult you toward success. Every time you fail, you get closer to your goals. Every time you fail, you learn something that will help you succeed. Embrace failure, welcome it, and use it to fuel your journey. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent, resilient, and willing to learn from your mistakes. When you do that, you'll find that failure becomes one of the most powerful tools for success in your life. Number 7, develop discipline and consistency in everything you do. There's one thing that will determine whether or not you succeed in life: your ability to develop discipline and consistency in everything you do. People often dream about achieving greatness, but dreams alone don't get you there. It's not enough to just wish for success or hope things will magically fall into place. You have to be willing to show up every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter what obstacles come your way. It's discipline and consistency that separates the dreamers from the doers, and it's what ultimately brings success to life. The truth is, no one ever achieves anything truly significant without discipline. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how big your vision is, or how passionate you are about your goals. If you can't stay disciplined, you'll never see those dreams come to fruition. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently and doing the things you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing them. It's about building habits that support your goals and sticking with them, even when the initial excitement fades away. When you have discipline, you become unstoppable. You stop letting emotions or distractions dictate your actions. You make a commitment to your future and to the work that needs to be done to get there. Consistency, on the other hand, is the fuel that keeps that discipline burning day after day. Consistency is about creating a rhythm in your life, about taking small, intentional steps every single day that move you closer to your goals. The key to success isn't just about big, grand gestures every once in a while. It's about the little things you do every single day that build momentum and compound over time. When you're consistent, you're always making progress, even on the days when it feels like nothing is happening. Think of your goals as a snowball. At first, it's small and doesn't seem like much. But with each small action, it gets bigger and bigger until it can't be stopped. Let me tell you something important. You're not going to feel like doing the work every day. There will be days when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when it seems like the world is against you. And it's on those days that your discipline and consistency are tested the most. But here's where the magic happens. Those are the days that will make the biggest difference in your life. It's easy to show up when you're excited, when everything is going your way, when you're feeling motivated. But true success is built on showing up when it's hard, when you don't feel like it, when everything in you is screaming to quit. That's where the real growth happens. Think about athletes. The greatest athletes in the world don't become great by practicing only when they feel like it. They practice day in and day out, regardless of how they feel, regardless of whether or not they've had a good day or a bad day. Their discipline and consistency are what allow them to improve, to push past their limits, and to achieve greatness. The same principle applies to your life. Whatever your goal is, whether you want to build a business, improve your health, or become a better version of yourself, you have to be disciplined enough to do the work and consistent enough to keep doing it day after day. The real power of discipline and consistency lies in their compounding effect. You might not see results immediately, and that's the hardest part. It's easy to get discouraged when you put in the work and don't see instant progress. But here's the thing, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent actions you take every single day that add up over time. It's like planting a seed. You water it, nurture it, and take care of it every day. But you don't see the tree immediately. Over time, that seed grows into something bigger than you ever imagined. If you stop watering it, if you neglect it, if you give up, it will never grow. But if you stay disciplined and consistent, the results will come. It's just a matter of time. Discipline and consistency don't just apply to your work. They apply to every area of your life. If you want to develop a healthy lifestyle, it's not about doing a crash diet for a week or hitting the gym for a month. It's about making exercise a regular part of your routine, about eating well consistently, and about making small choices that support your health every single day. If you want to improve your relationships, it's not about one grand gesture. It's about showing up consistently for the people you care about putting in the effort, even when life gets busy. It's the same for personal growth. You can't expect to grow if you're not consistently working on yourself. It's the habits you build, the routines you stick to, and the discipline you develop that shape the person you become. It's easy to get distracted in today's world. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, messages, and distractions that pull our attention in a million different directions. But when you develop discipline, you can block out those distractions and focus on what really matters. You don't allow the noise of the world to pull you off course. Instead, you stay focused on your goals and keep taking those small, consistent steps toward them. This is how you build momentum. And once you have momentum, you can't be stopped. It's the snowball effect. What starts off as a small action becomes an unstoppable force. Here's the bottom line. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you make the decision to be disciplined and consistent every single day. It's the little things that matter. It's the choices you make when no one is watching. It's about pushing through the hard days, when you'd rather take a break, when you'd rather quit. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come, if you stick with it long enough. The path to success is simple, but it's not easy. It requires discipline. It requires consistency. But if you develop both, nothing can stand in your way. So right now, today, make the commitment to yourself. Decide that you're going to be disciplined and consistent. No matter what, commit to showing up every day, even when it's hard. Make the small choices that align with your goals, and keep taking action, no matter how long it takes. Because over time, those small, consistent actions will add up, and you'll be amazed at how far you've come. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it starts with your ability to be disciplined and consistent in everything you do. This is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's time to make that commitment, and once you do, you'll find that the path to success is not only possible, it's inevitable.
Number 8. Prioritize your health and energy to fuel your success. Success isn't just about working hard and having the right mindset. It's also about how you take care of the most important asset you have, yourself. Your health and energy are the fuel that powers everything else in your life. And if you don't prioritize them, everything else will suffer. No amount of ambition, passion, or hard work can replace the importance of feeling physically and mentally energized. If you want to build something great, whether it's a business, a career, or a personal life full of happiness and success, you have to recognize that taking care of your body and mind is the foundation of all achievement. The truth is, your body is the engine that drives your success. If you don't give it the care it deserves, you're only going to burn out, feel exhausted, and eventually hit a wall. Success demands energy, raw, sustained energy that comes from a healthy lifestyle, and yet we often ignore our health while we're chasing success. We push ourselves too hard, we neglect exercise, we grab fast food, and we sacrifice sleep. We tell ourselves that we'll rest when we're successful, but the truth is, you can't be truly successful if you don't have the health to support it. You can't perform at your best if you're constantly drained or running on empty. So many of us believe that success comes from working harder, putting in more hours, and pushing through fatigue. But this mindset is flawed. If you want to go the distance, if you want to achieve your full potential, you need to make your health and energy a priority. That means making intentional choices every day to fuel your body and mind in the right way. You have to stop thinking of your health as something secondary and start viewing it as something essential to your success. You're not going to be able to make the impact you want to make if you're constantly feeling sick, tired, or worn out. The first step in prioritizing your health is recognizing that it's not just about your physical health, but your mental health as well. You can work out every day and eat healthy, but if you're constantly stressed out, overwhelmed, or mentally exhausted, you won't be able to perform at your highest level. Success requires mental clarity, focus, and the ability to make smart decisions under pressure. That means managing your stress, getting enough rest, and giving yourself time to recharge. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and they go hand in hand. You can't be a high performer if your mind is cluttered, anxious, or exhausted. When you focus on your health and energy, it's not just about making temporary changes. It's about creating sustainable habits that will fuel you for the long haul. It's about making the choice every day to move your body, eat nutritious foods, and get enough sleep. These aren't things you can do for a few days and expect to see results. You have to build routines that support your health and keep you feeling energized, day in and day out. When you make your health a priority, you build a solid foundation that enables you to handle the ups and downs of life and work with resilience and clarity. Take care of your body by exercising regularly. It doesn't have to be anything extreme or over the top. Even a short walk, a quick workout session, or stretching in the morning can make a huge difference in your energy levels. Regular exercise keeps your body strong, your blood flowing, and your mind sharp. It doesn't just help you look good, it helps you feel good and perform at your best. Exercise reduces stress, boosts your mood, and increases your focus. It's one of the simplest, most powerful ways to improve your energy and mental clarity. Eating well is another key component of fueling your success. The foods you put into your body directly affect your energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. When you eat junk food, you may feel good for a short period, but soon after you crash. Your body feels sluggish, your mind gets foggy, and you can't think clearly. On the other hand, when you feed your body with whole nutritious foods, you're giving it the fuel it needs to perform at its highest level. Eating a balanced diet, full of vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats will keep your energy up, help your brain function at its best, and ensure that you're in the best possible shape to tackle the challenges that come your way. Sleep is another area we often overlook, but it's essential to your health and energy. You can't function properly without enough rest, and no amount of coffee or energy drinks can replace the benefits of a good night's sleep. When you're well rested, you wake up with more clarity, more energy, and a better mindset. You can make better decisions, you're more focused, and you're more productive. Sleep is the ultimate recovery tool, and it's something that you simply can't afford to neglect if you want to stay at the top of your game. But it's not just about physical health and wellness, you have to take care of your mental energy as well. If your mind is cluttered, anxious, or overwhelmed, it's going to drain your energy and impact your ability to focus and make good decisions. Practicing mindfulness, taking breaks to clear your head, and managing stress are all vital to maintaining mental energy. It's essential to give your mind the space to relax and reset so that you can perform at your best. If you're constantly running on empty mentally, you'll burn out quickly, and that's not a road you want to go down. What's crucial here is understanding that when you prioritize your health and energy, you're making a conscious investment in your success. Your body and mind are the tools you need to achieve everything you want, and you need to treat them as such. By taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally, you're ensuring that you have the energy and clarity to tackle your goals, face challenges, and build the life you want. The better you feel, the better you perform. The more energy you have, the more you can give to the things that matter most. When you're well rested, well fed, and energized, you show up for your work, your relationships, and your goals in a way that makes a real impact. You have the stamina to push through difficult days, the clarity to make smart decisions, and the focus to keep going when the going gets tough. Your success won't just come from your hard work alone, it will come from your ability to take care of yourself and maintain your health and energy. In the end, your health and energy aren't just part of your success, they are your success. If you want to reach your full potential, you have to start by taking care of yourself. It's not just about working harder or being more productive. It's about ensuring that you have the strength, focus, and clarity to do your best work. When you prioritize your health, you're giving yourself the best chance to succeed, and you're building a foundation that will support you throughout your journey. So make your health a top priority, and watch how everything else in your life begins to fall into place.
Number 9. Overcome self-doubt by trusting in your capabilities. You know that voice in your head? The one that constantly questions your ability, holds you back, and whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You can't do this." It's called self-doubt, and it's one of the biggest barriers standing between you and the life you deserve. That voice is loud, persistent, and powerful. But here's the truth. It's all lies. You are more capable than you realize. That self-doubt is nothing more than a distraction. A mechanism designed to keep you playing small, and you don't need to let it control your life any longer. The key to success lies in trusting your capabilities and moving forward, regardless of the fear that tries to hold you back. Think about all the things you've already accomplished in life. Maybe you've faced challenges, experienced failures, and felt uncertain. But look where you are now. You made it through every single one of those moments. You pushed past your fears, doubts, and insecurities. That's who you are. You're someone who gets things done, even when it seems impossible. But self-doubt doesn't want you to remember this. It wants to keep you focused on your flaws, your mistakes, and all the reasons why you're not capable of achieving more. If you want to break free from this, you have to make a conscious decision to trust in yourself, your abilities, and your potential. Your future is not determined by the limitations that self-doubt tries to impose on you. It's defined by what you believe is possible and the actions you're willing to take to make it happen. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is realizing that it's natural to feel uncertain. Everyone experiences it, from the most successful entrepreneurs to the most accomplished athletes. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't that they don't have self-doubt, it's that they don't let it control them. They acknowledge it, but they don't let it dictate their decisions. They trust in their abilities, take action, and keep moving forward despite the fear. And so can you. You have to understand that self-doubt isn't a reflection of your true capabilities. It's a product of fear, and fear is often irrational. When you face a new challenge, your mind automatically jumps to the worst-case scenario, to the things that could go wrong. But that's just your mind trying to protect you from failure. It's trying to keep you in your comfort zone, because it doesn't want you to risk anything. But here's the secret. It's only by stepping out of that comfort zone that you can truly grow. You'll never know how capable you are until you push yourself beyond the familiar, beyond the safety of the known. And when you take that step, you'll see that you have the strength and the ability to handle whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful ways to overcome self-doubt is to build a history of success, even small ones. Every time you accomplish something, no matter how minor it seems, you're proving to yourself that you are capable. Success doesn't have to be grand to be meaningful. Even the smallest victories are proof that you're moving in the right direction, that you are capable of more than you give yourself credit for. The more you acknowledge and celebrate these wins, the more you build a foundation of confidence that will help silence the voice of self-doubt. You need to remind yourself daily of what you're capable of, and all the times you've triumphed over challenges. Start keeping a record of your successes. Write them down, and revisit them whenever that voice of doubt creeps in. You are more than capable. You've already proven it. Trusting in yourself also requires you to let go of perfectionism. It's easy to doubt yourself when you feel like you have to be perfect in everything you do. But here's the hard truth. Perfection doesn't exist. The fear of failure and making mistakes often holds us back from even trying. But failure is not the end. It's just a lesson, a stepping stone toward growth. When you make mistakes, learn from them, adjust, and keep going. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. Every misstep, every setback, is an opportunity to get better, to learn more about yourself, and to get closer to your goals. You can't trust your abilities if you're constantly trying to avoid mistakes. You have to embrace the idea that imperfection is part of the process, and it's through failure that you'll find success. Another way to overcome self-doubt is by surrounding yourself with people who believe in you. You're not in this alone. Find people who lift you up, who encourage you, and who see the potential in you, even when you can't see it yourself. The people you surround yourself with can have a massive impact on your mindset. If you're constantly around those who doubt you, it will be much harder to break free from your own doubts. But if you're with people who push you, who challenge you, and who remind you of your strengths, you'll be more likely to believe in yourself as well. Seek out mentors, friends, and role models who inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Their belief in you will help fuel your own. Most importantly, you need to understand that trusting in your capabilities is a daily practice. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's not something you can do once and forget about. Every day, you have to choose to believe in yourself. You have to choose to take action, even when it's hard, even when you're afraid, even when the doubts are screaming in your head. The more you practice trusting yourself, the easier it becomes. The more you take action in spite of fear, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. And each time you push past the doubt, you get closer to achieving your goals. You are capable. You've proven it time and time again, whether you recognize it or not. The only thing holding you back is the belief that you can't do it, that you're not good enough. But that's just a lie. You are more than capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. It's time to stop listening to the voice of self-doubt and start trusting in the incredible potential that lies within you. You have everything you need to succeed. And now is the time to step into your power, to take action, and to prove to yourself just how capable you really are. Stop letting fear run your life. Trust in yourself. Take bold steps, and watch your life transform before your eyes. Number 10. Lead with integrity and inspire others through your actions. When you lead with integrity, you create a ripple effect that can change the world. Integrity isn't just about doing the right thing when people are watching. It's about doing the right thing when no one is around. It's about standing tall even when it feels like no one is noticing. But here's the powerful truth. People notice more than you think. Your actions speak louder than words ever will. When you lead with integrity, you become the person others look up to, the person others want to follow. And it's not just about what you do, it's about who you are and how you make others feel. The truth is, if you want to inspire others, it starts with your own actions. Every single choice you make sends a message to the world about the kind of person you are. If you want to change the world, start by changing how you lead. The beauty of integrity is that it transcends circumstances. It doesn't bend when things get tough. It doesn't adjust to suit the situation. Integrity stays strong, even when it's easier to cut corners or take shortcuts. You don't lead by being perfect. You lead by being real, by doing the right thing when it's hard, when it feels like no one else would care. That's when your integrity shines brightest. People are always watching, even if they don't say it. They notice when you take the high road, when you treat others with kindness, when you put in the effort, even when it seems like no one is paying attention. It's those quiet moments that define who you are as a leader. And in those moments, your influence grows. You don't need a title to lead. You don't need to be in charge to make an impact. Your actions, your consistency, and your integrity make you a leader. People follow you, not because of the position you hold, but because of the person you are. Living with integrity means making decisions based on your values, not convenience. It's easy to act with integrity when everything is going well, but when things get tough, that's when your character is truly tested. Do you stay true to your principles, or do you bend just a little, because it seems like it will be easier? The truth is, the more you compromise your values for convenience, the more you lose sight of who you really are. Integrity is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the more you rely on it, the easier it becomes to make decisions that align with your values, regardless of what's going on around you. If you want to be the kind of person who inspires others, you need to be consistent. People trust leaders who are consistent in their words and actions. When you stay true to your values and live with integrity, you become a beacon for others who are looking for someone to follow. Your actions become the proof that doing the right thing matters, no matter the cost. Integrity isn't just about doing the right thing for yourself. It's about setting an example for others to follow. When you lead with integrity, you show others how they can lead as well. Your influence grows, not because you demand it, but because people want to be like you. They want to live by the same standards, the same values that you do. By leading with integrity, you create a ripple effect of goodness. It spreads to those around you, to those you work with, to your friends, your family, and your community. The power of integrity lies in its ability to inspire change, to encourage others to do the right thing, even when it's difficult. The world is full of people who talk about making a difference, but the ones who truly inspire are those who lead by example. They're the ones who make the impact, who leave a lasting legacy, not because of what they said, but because of what they did. In today's world, it's easy to feel like integrity is a rarity, like it's too difficult to maintain in a world that often values success over character. But here's the truth. True success isn't measured by how much money you make, or how many accolades you collect. True success is about the impact you have on others. It's about how you make people feel, and the difference you make in their lives. Leading with integrity means choosing to do what's right, even when it's not the most popular choice. It means standing firm in your values, regardless of the pressures to conform. Integrity isn't something that's flashy or glamorous. It's quiet, steadfast, and powerful. And the more you embrace it, the more others will follow. The beauty of integrity is that it builds trust. And trust is the foundation of all great relationships, whether personal or professional. When you act with integrity, you make others feel safe. You make them feel like they can trust you, like they can rely on you. Trust is something that's earned, not given. It's earned by consistently doing what you say you will do, by living according to your values, and by treating others with respect. Trust is the glue that holds relationships together. When you lead with integrity, you make it easier for others to trust you, to believe in you, and to follow your example. The more trust you build, the more influence you have. And the more influence you have, the greater your ability to inspire others to lead with integrity as well. True leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, living in alignment with your values, and inspiring others to do the same. When you lead with integrity, you don't just change your own life, you change the lives of those around you. You create a culture of trust, respect, and excellence. You inspire others to step up, to do the right thing, and to lead by example. You show them what's possible when you stay true to your principles, even when it's hard. And when you do that, you become the kind of person others look up to, not because of what you say, but because of what you do. Integrity isn't just a choice, it's a way of life. And when you make it your way of life, you become a beacon of inspiration for everyone around you. Your actions will speak louder than words ever could, and the impact you make will last far beyond anything you could ever achieve with words alone. So lead with integrity, live by your values, do what's right, even when it's hard, and watch as your life, and the lives of those around you, transform for the better.